All right, you guys, welcome back to the Alpha Platform. Good morning. Um, do not forget to like, subscribe to this channel. I do not mean to laugh, but like this topic is extremely serious, and sometimes life is just so crazy that you can't help but to laugh. So today I'm going to bring you guys a story of a girl, and essentially, her ex-husband was messing around with her father, but that's not the end of it. The icing on the cake is it turns out the ex-husband was HIV positive and gave the girl HIV. I want to just commend this young woman for coming forward and telling her story. I think she's incredibly brave. I think it's amazing that she's found someone that loved her unconditionally. Not only that, but she was honest with her new husband about her status within a week while they were talking online. Because I think a lot of gay people, a lot of people who have incurable STDs, they don't like to be honest about this stuff. And there's so many lessons to be learned, man. Like I could just go on and on about this stuff, but essentially, this lady was 19 years old when she met this older man who was messing around with her father. And this is why I tell young gays and young people in general, stop messing around with older people. Stop it. They don't mean you well. They don't mean you good. They're trying to manipulate you. They don't see you as an equal. They don't see you as an equal in terms of your intellect, in terms of your life experiences, in terms of your financial resources. You are not their equal. The only reason why they want to, deal with you is because people their age will not put up with their BS. They already know the game. They already know the BS. They're not going to put up with it. But a young person don't know any better, and they'll put up with it. There are so many young gay people that have caught this disease from an older person who is just up to no good. And sometimes these older people, they be on the type of time where they'll be like, well, I'm not going to tell you I have it. And then when you find out that you got it, that means that you're not going to want to leave because then nobody else is going to want to love you. And it's just like, life is just, it's so crazy. It's so crazy because you would think like, man, like if someone had gave it to them, wouldn't they have want to have known that the person they were messing around with had HIV? But it's like they don't think about that. So they don't think about that stuff. It's almost like they think about who can I hurt next? How can I hurt the next person? I'm hurt, so let me hurt these other people. So it's just it's just crazy because this stuff is happening every day. Every day, this stuff is happening. It's like this is one of the reasons why I have the Alpha platform is to talk to young gays because nobody talked to me. I'm not saying I'm HIV positive because I'm not, but it's like the younger gay people coming up behind us. They need to know the game and they need to know to stay away from these older gay men. These gay men in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you have no business dating a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old, even a 21-year-old. You need to be dating people your own age. And it's like some of our friends are doing this stuff, and it's like we should be calling out our friends and holding our friends accountable for this type of madness. Don't be bringing no young kid to the party. Don't be bringing the young kid to the cookout. Like whatever we're doing as a gay group of friends, like this stuff is not okay. Stuff is not okay. And a lot of gay people, they like to be like, well, we shouldn't be locking up people for giving HIV to other people. Yes, we should be locking them up, bro. Like we should be locking you up. If you know you have an incurable STD and you're not disclosing your status to people, I don't care if you're undetectable or not, because you may be undetectable today, but tomorrow you can become detectable. You need to be letting people know. Period. Period. So yeah, I'm all for these laws. Lock people up. And another thing I want to talk about is this. If you need to know this, if you are having unprotected sex for random people with different people, just know that there is 100% chance within your lifetime that you're going to get an STD. Just know it. All these people around here that are having these crazy, wild sescapades and, all these crazy sexual experiences, threesomes, foursomes, thruples, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people need to know that drugs are involved in this stuff, man. Like people, like the natural male sex drive, like people are not just having sex back to back in 3 hour long sex sessions. That's not normal. This stuff y'all seeing in porn, this stuff y'all seeing people do, out in the world is because they are on a substance. Because someone who don't have a lot of sex experiences myself, I used to be like, man, like, how do people get into all this stuff and like, fisting and all this other stuff? Like, how do they do this stuff? And like, man, it seems like they're having a good time, it seems like they're having fun, and maybe I missed out on some stuff, but I realized as I got older, bro, you didn't miss out on anything. These people are on drugs. These people are on drugs. They strung out. See, I'm gonna roll these clips, but yeah, younger gay people out here, stay away from these older gays. I'm not saying like you could be friends with them. They should be mentoring you, being friends with you, being, mentors towards you. They should not be your sexual partners. They should not be your romantic partners. And it's like when I was a young kid, the internet was just popping off. And I remember being on the AOL chat rooms and dudes in their 40s and 50s were trying to talk to me. And I was like literally like 14 or 15. And looking back, these were the dudes living at the height of the HIV AIDS crisis, bro. Like, and you just sitting here trying to, scoop up a 14-year-old? No, like another point I want to bring up is this. People be like, oh, HIV is not a death sentence, blah, blah. There's medications out here for that, blah, blah, blah. And that's true. However, what they don't tell you, because I work in pharmaceuticals, what they don't tell you is that your HIV, the strain that you have, can evolve to a point where the medications are no longer effective and the doctors will run out of medication combinations to give you. They don't want to tell y'all that stuff. They don't want to tell y'all that. And it's like, people need to wake up. People really need to wake up. So y'all truly think that, people are on PrEP these days? Y'all honestly believe that this virus is not going to start evolving and mutating to where PrEP is no longer effective? Like, it's just a matter of time. I've been telling y'all that the CDC has already said, man, these people be trifling with these dogs, man. It's like, why take your dog out and not pick up after it? Like, why even get a dog at that point? Anyhow, the CDC says that within our lifetime, by 2030, 2035, whatever the date is, within our lifetime, STDs will no longer be treatable. Like gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, all this stuff will no longer be treatable. And I'm almost like, bring it back. Y'all see monkeypox, the World Health Organization has already said monkeypox is becoming an epidemic. They declared it an epidemic a few days ago. They're not talking about this in the US. But monkeypox is like on the rise all over the world. It's now an epidemic. It could become a pandemic. We need to stop playing out here, man. Like, we need to stop being out here playing. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Stuff is crazy. This stuff is it's insane. It's madness. Let these clips roll, man. That's all I got for today. I may, go ahead and get some commentary as the video rolls. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, what was back for Pat. Take care and peace.
When I found out that my dad and my husband at the time were sleeping together, I felt betrayed. My ex-husband gave me HIV.
I never knew that social media could be so brutal.
They make me feel like I am a walking disease. My mom was there when the doctor told me that I was HIV positive.
I was devastated.
You go your HIV medicine. She told me she was HIV positive maybe a week or two into us dating.
I knew I needed to tell him before I met him in person. I was nervous that Brendan wouldn't want to be with me.
I was already in love with her from like the first interaction, so it didn't bother me.
As long as you're taking your medicine every single day, you can live. It helps with my immune system so that it will be 0% chance for me to give my partner HIV or even pass it down to my children. Side effects that I personally received was short memory loss. It did cause me to have anxiety and depression. I am currently on meds as well for that. I know the side effects can be very scary, but I'd rather have side effects than to be dying. But he was the cutest. I told Brendan in the first month of us dating, if he was serious, prove it. And he did just that.
Where your tattoo at?
To find love after HIV. It's not easy at all because so many people are uneducated about it. You have to tell them, hey, I'm HIV positive, and hopefully you accept me. But if not, I gotta try again. This is our wedding photo, and this is my beautiful family. My ex-husband is the person that gave me HIV, who knew he had it, and he had it for many years. I was 19 years old and just had a baby. This is actually my favorite photo of us. This is when we was in the beginning of our happy place, even though I didn't know he was living a double life. It's never easy to talk about how my dad introduced me to my ex-husband. My dad said this is one of his friends. Everyone knew that I was the preacher's kid, so they have this obsession over preacher's daughters. And my dad wanted me to marry, and he introduced us because he felt like we would be a good fit. I thought that he was just a member of my dad's church. I wanted to get away, but I felt trapped. I don't even look the same. I looked depressed and I was losing weight. I also believed that I was HIV positive here and I did not know, and you can tell from my cheekbones. I'm starting to look sick. And this is when I was pregnant with our daughter, Elizabeth. When I found out that my dad and my husband at the time were sleeping together, I felt betrayed. I felt disgusted. I felt like I wasn't worth anything, and I didn't believe in the word loyalty anymore. I don't talk to my dad anymore, but my ex-husband does pop in and pop out. I did lock him up. I was really nervous when I first told Brendan that I have a horrible past.
I was more so shocked than anything. It did make me angry. That's supposed to be her father. And for him to set her up the way he did, it was, honestly, it was horrible.
I'm still strong, more than ever.
I love her honesty, her bravery, and her goofiness, even though she's sometimes
aggravating. I wanted people to know that there is life after HIV. I'm married to a man who is HIV negative. I have 3 children who is HIV negative. Yeah. A lot of people didn't understand why I told the world that I am HIV positive. This video got the most hate comments. Not being funny, but he voluntarily invited HIV into his life. Was he positive already? Not judging, just curious.
It's a lot of ignorant people who just think HIV is a death sentence.
A lot of people think that we do this for clout, which is weird, because who want to get clout off having HIV?
A lot of people think it's fake, honestly.
Yeah. Comments like, you're selfish for having kids, you're selfish for being married to a man who is HIV negative, let him be with a woman who's HIV negative. Sometimes I would read people saying that I need to die and that I don't deserve my husband, even after everything that I have been through with my past marriage. I feel sorry for him now. He's going to catch it too. People make me feel like I am not human. They make me feel like I don't belong here and that I am a walking disease, that if I touch them, they're gonna get it as well. And that hurts. I never knew that social media could be so brutal.
But after a while, the judgment really didn't affect us at all.
He better accept you. He gave it to you.
A lot of people don't really pay attention, but a lot of people think that I'm the one that gave it to her.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that children also take HIV medicine even though they're not positive. They have to take it the first 3 weeks of them being born. Even though they are negative, you have to go through a process as a HIV woman having children. I support you, honey, no matter what. I am positive as well and my husband is negative. Thank you for uplifting me. Social media definitely have made my marriage stronger because it just tested everything. It just made us love each other even more, because people want our marriage to fail so bad. All right, sit back, girls. Get closer. God, like y'all gonna bite each other. Say cheese. What is it like to see your mom talk about having HIV?
But he shouldn't know that kind of stuff.
You think so? Okay. Do you think people treat mommy different?
Yes.
For having HIV? How'd it make you feel that they treat mommy bad?
Mad.
So we're about to go to the park to meet my mom.